FightHype.com. Sean Zittel here with the former unified super bantamweight champion, WBC, WBA, now looking to become a interim world champion March 4th against Mark Magsayo at featherweight. And let's start right there, Brandon. We've seen a few guys move up around these divisions. Navarrete moved up, Ray Vargas moved up, and they had, mixed results moving up and facing bigger fighters. Do you feel like you're going to be the same force of nature at 126 that you were at 122?
Yes, definitely. My hard work will speak for itself. And, I was a big 122. So all I know is that, my last fight, I felt strong. I felt really strong. My punches, everything, my conditioning wise. So I feel like 126 is a really good weight for me. I feel like any weight above 122, because my body's growing, I'm getting older, so I'm getting that manimal. So my body's maturing. So I knew that I had to move up, and I feel really comfortable on 126. So I just can't wait to get in there and fight and mix it up with his champions.
Yeah, Mark Magsayo, one thing about him, he's got a good right hand. We know he could punch with the right hand. How do you think your ability to take that right hand is going to go in this fight?
Yeah, I just got to use my strength and got to use my distance, make him miss, make him pay. And I just got to be smart. Got to be smart in there. I know he's not a easy opponent. I know he's a hard-hitting puncher. So, I just got to be weary of that and just be smart, basically.
How do you see this fight going, though? If he can't hurt you with that right hand, is he going to get overwhelmed?
Yeah, more than likely. I just feel like if he can't hurt me, if he can't push me back, then I'm gonna just be coming at you with the whole night. I'm gonna just be putting pressure. But yeah, I'm gonna use my boxing skills too, my jab, and I gotta do what I gotta do and adapt to the fight and adapt to how he comes. It just depends on how he comes at me, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna come, hard and fast the first few rounds. So I just gotta be wary of that and just be smart about it and counter and just do what I do best, which is fight.
Sounds a little bit like you're kind of telling me don't sleep on my all-around ability as a fighter. I'm not just a come forward pressure guy. Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. People just think I'm just going there, just roughing up opponents, but no. There's a method to the madness, and that's how I break down my opponents. Literally, I just gotta know when and where, and I gotta know when and when not to apply pressure.
Sometimes when I see you fight, I go, he kind of is like Antonio Margarito was, but at 122 and 126. And obviously you don't got nothing in your gloves, but Margarito, he was good. Do you think you're kind of the closest thing to Margarito right now, in boxing?
I wouldn't know. It just depends on how people see my fighting style. But I see my fighting style very unique. I can switch lefty, righty. Mm-hmm. I can box. I can, punch at the body really well. I can scrap on the inside. I have really good abilities. I just gotta know when and where to use them and just be smart about them. But defensively, that's something that I've been working on a lot too defensively. So I don't know. It's just I feel like my fighting style is so unique, and I feel like not a lot of people have seen my style. They can compare it, but at the end of the day, I feel like no one fights like me.
Yeah, like you said, he wasn't switching like you and hitting all these different angles. So you got a good point. But this is obviously a Mexican fighter, a Mexican American, but Mexican fighter against a Filipino. Do you have a favorite memory with Mexican Filipino fights?
Just Marquez Pacquiao, that alone right there to me is probably one of the best, and if not the only Mexican Filipino exciting fights that I've seen. So yeah, I can compare it closer to Pacquiao Marquez.
Is this, obviously this is a big fight March 4th for an interim title, but Caleb Plant, he's talking about his revenge tour in regards to Canelo. Is this your revenge tour for Stephen Fulton?
I don't really see it like that, to be honest. I know my time with Stephen Fulton will happen. Like I said, I love to just train and fight. I really love doing this. So whoever they put in my way, to me, that's my objective, is to go out there and break you down and dominate you and beat you, rough you up, do what I got to do just to prove that I'm better than you, in the ring. So Yeah, I mean, I don't care about revenge tour. I mean, I feel like at some point I'm gonna meet with him, and I'm gonna have, my time to go. But for right now, is each fight at a time. Each fight at a time, and I just want to get in there with the best and prove to be the best.
Have you watched that fight on tape since that night? And what would you do different in a rematch?
Yeah, of course. Maybe just use my abilities more. I feel like I was focusing too much on the body. I wasn't really jabbing. Just a bunch of little things. But yeah, I feel like at 126, just my body would feel more comfortable because I was killing myself at 122. And actually, I was supposed to move up after the Neri fight, but they brought up that fight, and I said, okay, let's give it one last go because I was already stretching too thin for 122. But I'll be on 126. I know eventually he'll move up and we'll meet there. So I'm in a rush. I know eventually we'll meet. We'll get that fight going. So it'll be even more exciting for the fans in the future. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that fight. But at the meantime, I just want to fight the best. So I'm here fighting Mark Magsayo now.
Just straight up, do you think he wins that fight with Inoue?
Oh man, that's a tough fight. I just feel like he would have to be on his A game from the get go. He would have to be really, really sharp. Just to beat the likes of Inoue, because he just comes and not only that, but he's a really, really good fighter. So he would have to be really careful. But yeah, I feel like that fight would be good. So yeah, that's a good fight for them.
I know you're probably not interested in giving advice, but as a fan, I'm curious, what's the best advice you could give Inoue heading into a fight with Fulton, dealing with Stephen Fulton?
I just feel like Inoue does it so well already. He's a boxer puncher. And I feel like maybe just with a little bit more added pressure, that'll be good enough for him. He uses his distance well. He has great power. He's really crafty, really shifty, and I've seen his body work, and it's really good. So if you can capitalize on all that on Stephen Fulton, which I know Stephen Fulton, he's not gonna be there the whole night. He'll move around. He's a sick boxer, but if Inoue does the right things, I feel like Inoue can win.
Does Fulton have enough power to keep a guy off, you feel like?
When I fought him, not me though, but
you're a big guy.
Yeah, but I don't know. He would have to just be smart, just be sharp, sharper than he was against me, and really, really know what he's doing in there, because like I said, Inoue is not just a pushover. He's gonna come to fight.
Now, we know you're the heartbreaker, Brandon, and we got Tank and Ryan. Sounds like we're going to get Tank and Ryan. Who's the tougher pretty boy in boxing, you or Ryan Garcia?
I feel like it would have to be me. I fight, man. I come to fight. No matter who you put me against, it's going to be an exciting fight. So, Ryan's up there too. He knows how to scrap. He knows how to fight really well, box. But I feel like I just have that Mexican blood that just likes to get me into the wars for no reason. So yeah.
You got that dog. Did you ever have a girlfriend tell you, Brandon, chill? I like your face. I like the way it looks. Take it easy.
Yeah, here and there.
and I gotta ask you too, man. Who do you see coming out on top of that fight, Tank or Ryan?
Oh man. I just feel like if Ryan is just smart enough, if Ryan is just smart, fast enough, if he catches Tank, then I feel like he has a good chance to hurt him and finish him. But both can say about both guys. I just feel like Tank just has that. I feel like Tank has that more of a grit. He has more experience, and I feel like he's been tested a little bit more than Ryan Garcia. So it's gonna be an exciting fight. Shit, maybe I might even go watch it live, because for sure I'm gonna want to watch the Benavidez plant live, and probably the Tank. And I'm not the type of person to want to go see fights live, because I do boxing, so. But yeah, those fights, two fights, I wouldn't mind to go see live.
Who do you see winning that Plant Benavidez fight?
Oh, Benavidez.
Not just because he's La Raza, right? You think
no, yeah. Nah, Benavidez probably has been my favorite fighter. Probably my only favorite fighter he just comes to fight, man. He just comes. He doesn't care about nothing. He just comes to rough you up, beat you up, and dominate you and knock you out, basically. So, uh, that's basically kind of like my style. You know, I just go out there and just rough you up, bang you up, and you know, just beat you. So I'm gonna go with Benavidez for sure.
What do you do as a fighter when you're in there with a guy like Plant, who probably has the advantage in the center of the ring?
Put pressure. Just take the fight to him. Put pressure. Take the fight to him. Work the body. You know, take out those legs so he won't move a lot. And I know he has that Mayweather style. So I mean, that left hook and right hand over the top. I mean, it's just pressure, man. Just pressure. Just keep putting that pressure on him, and I feel like Benavidez will get him out of there.
And I just want to close with this too. And I don't mean to blindside you with it. I'm just asking because I'm sure your fans thought about it and saw it. I guess you had a DWI. Shit happens. You had a DWI last October. Anything you want to say to your fans, maybe to let them know, hey, no one's getting off track here. I'm 100% in the game. Or anything you want to say about that, Brandon?
No, yeah, of course. I mean, we all may make mistakes, and I've learned a lot from that. But that does not like sidetrack me at all. I've been focused on this fight for quite a long time. I had training camp in San Antonio for a month. Now we're here in Las Vegas. I'm really focused. Nothing really sidetracks me. I'm just another human making a mistake, and I'm just here to keep doing what I do best, which is train and fight. So here I am.
And last one for you, man. I know you mentioned you're more of an all-around fighter, but you are usually a pressure fighter. And, can you talk a little bit about, do you feel at all that takes even more heart than usual as a fighter when you fight in that kind of style to prepare yourself mentally and physically? Do you feel like it's even an extra tax as compared to the other styles in boxing when I'm the guy who's going to be coming forward, sometimes taking one to land one? And can you just talk about that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I feel like when you're more of a boxer, you have more relaxation room. Just depends who you fight. But mostly in the technical sound of it. I mean, you have more little break time. You can just pop a little jab, 1-2, move around, jab, 1-2, and be having your breather. But I mean, if you're fighting someone like me that's always constantly coming at you, and me knowing that I'm gonna come at you all night. Like you said, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of conditioning, a lot of hard work just to prepare myself for that. And not only that, but I mean, I keep coming at you. I got to keep in mind that I'm gonna get hit a couple of times, but I know that eventually I'm gonna hit you with a good hard shot that it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, it's a different mentality just coming at you, knowing that I gotta fight. I gotta throw a lot of punches, and I got to rough you up.
Well, thank you, Brandon. I know it's going to be a hell of a fight March 4th in California. FightHype will be down there ringside. Thanks so much, man. Anything else you got to say? Let the people know, and thanks for your time.
No, yes, sir. Just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for all my fans that have supported me, and everyone that has been supporting me along the journey. Me and my older brother, Team Figueroa, and I'm just really grateful, and I can't wait for March 4th to show my skills and hopefully be crowned a champion.
Thank you, Brandon. Good luck March 4th.
Yes, sir. Thank you.